show tonight, actor Phil Daniels, two wild special effects guys, music from Suggs, and the man who put the Joe in rock journalism, Danny Kelly. Now, please welcome the man who's just as funny and farcy, Danny Baker.
Hey, please return to your seats. Hey, why the hell don't I lose this gun? Oh! Welcome to the big show, folks. I feel like we've been here for hours. You know, this would appear to be one of the very last forums of adult chat that people can freely wig out on colour television and just see the thing and get the hell out of there. How you doing? My name's Dan. OK, did anyone else see the Daily Mirror today, which had this extraordinary picture in? Or was this yesterday? I really can't remember it. It's this photo right here. Look, when did Billy Joel get to be 107 feet tall? Because that's what he is, isn't he? Billy's 170 feet tall, and there's his tiny little wife, Christine Brinkley. I think he's standing on something here. I think he's standing on Elton John. Thank you very much. We had a burglary here today, folks. A real-life burglary with police and everything. This is not material. This is drawn from the files of Scotland Yard. I was robbed in my very own dressing room right here today. Thank God I didn't return and disturb them. I was out here rehearsing this show. When we went back, I'd been robbed. 300 pounds of clothing taken out of my dressing room right here today. There's no punchlines. Just wanted you to know that because I may refer to it during the show. What do you think, Mark?
I think they didn't take your jacket.
They didn't take you very much, Mark. They didn't take the jacket. 300 pounds of clothing. I said to Richard Madeley in the corridor, Richard, who could do such a thing? Let me, oh, come on. Let me tell you something here, people. We're a talk show. Never lose sight of that. We're a talk show. We're the BBC's premiere. Not to say the best, not to say only talk show. And in our research to put this on the air, our preparation, our swatting, our genning up for the show, we had to watch an awful lot of other chat shows. And the one piece of information that really leaps out of this education was that, well, people talking is as dull as a box of dirt. That is the flaw, we think, with your talk shows, that they're draggy as bass solos. Other than that, it's all blue sky. Our talk show will be great without the talk. So I think we found something here, a new way of giving the... Hey, you guys ripped me off? A kind of way of giving the genre something of a lift. Little lift out of the ordinary. It's just a little something that we'll beam into your sets in colour if the action here in the studio should flag a little. Hopefully we won't need them, but, well, you know, if it turns into a talk show all of a sudden, we're remembering with television and giving it a little visual... Steve, a little visual... Yeah. Janet, show the kids here what we've got in reserve for them tonight. Have a look at your TV sets and you'll see what we've got for you tonight. If I That's solid show business, isn't it? Could we just once more, just... Do you know, I get the feeling if Jonathan Miller ever comes on, we're going to wear that one out. And in reserve, because, you know, we trawl through the extensive BBC library, in reserve, there's another standby clip. We'll just see this. We got a box of toys, don't we? We got a box of toys, and after all, we intend to use them. Also, and I can't stress this enough, we will never, ever underestimate the importance of this time slot right here, 11:30 at night. It is... They've cleared the decks, and they said, you got it. OK, you got it. OK, you got the 11:30 slot. So, actually, our own selves, this show, this programme, will be on the air as Saturday ticks over into Sunday. Midnight will herald a brand new Sabbath. And it is my pledge, and the boys and girls in the band here, it is my pledge to you, Britain, we will not let this pass unheralded. Midnight will not just tick away. We got a box of toys, don't we? Could we just the wildebeest, just for the kids here again? Just. Why does that remind me of my advertising contracts? Thank you very much. Now, please say hello to that devil of a band, the Railtown Bottle People, right over here, if you could. Our musical guest tonight, the kind of casual genius the British music industry seems to take for granted. In fact, if you think about it, they only arrive once in a lifetime. What a groove. The beauty part is, it was in our lifetime. Please say hello to the mighty Suggs. Right here, yeah, you bet.
Stay in bed, float upstream. Please don't wake me, no, don't shake me. Leave me where I am, I'm only sleeping. Everybody seems to think I'm lazy. I don't mind, I think they're crazy. Running everywhere at such a speed, till they find there's no need. Please don't spoil my day, I'm miles away. And after all, I'm only sleeping. I'm not actually. Keeping an eye on the world going by my window. Taking my time, lying there and staring at the ceiling. Waiting for a sleepy feeling. Oh, the backwards bit. Please don't spoil my day, I'm miles away. And after all, I'm only sleeping. Keeping an eye on the world going by my window, taking my time. When I wake up early in the morning, I lift my head, I'm still yawning. When I'm in the middle of a dream, I stay in bed, float upstream. Please don't wake me, no, don't shake me. Leave me where I am, I'm only sleeping.
We're going to do a top 10 list for you right now. A top 10 list here on The Big Show. This is tonight's top 10. It's the, after all, top 10 ways to revitalise Euro Disney. Number 10, add the ghost of Jim Morrison to the 3 o'clock Main Street Parade. Number 9, if you really can't shift the hookers, at least dress them as characters, will you? Number 8, a new name often works. How about Euro Graceland? Number 7, clear the moat around Cinderella's castle of condoms every half an hour. Number 6, flush out the underground terrorists who blow up the monorail and send clear message. Monsieur Hulot will never have an exhibit here, not today, not tomorrow, not ever. Number 5, take down those alarmist notices about what to do in the event of German occupation. Number 4, damn it, make Pluto take that rabies test on primetime TV and stop this ridiculous speculation. Number 3, drop the word horse from Mickey's Horse Burgers. Number 2, Number 2, dig up the body of Oscar Wilde, charge ghouls 10 francs a peep. And the number 1 way to revitalise Disney World, ask the Brits to simply forget 1,000 years of Anglo-French hostility and bring the kids over for a fun weekend. Thank you very much indeed. How the hell are you, Mark?
I'm all right. How the hell are you?
Good, good. Releases this week? He's a film critic. By the way, Mark is not only a damn fine bass player, an erstwhile member of the band, you're a film critic.
I am, yes.
Sure.
It is true.
Tell everybody that not only do we have licence fees in this country, we have phony baloney degrees being taken everywhere. What is your phony baloney degree in, Mark?
I have actually got a degree in the modern ethical and political implications of horror fiction.
You think? You think? Oh, yeah. You think that's, oh yeah, that's some kind of cute comment on the educational system. That's a fact, Jack. While the rest of us were out there, you know, earning a crust, you were taking what?
You want to hear it again?
No, I don't want to hear it again. Elsewhere along the way, we got some cartridges. Great cartridges. The great thing about the BBC, which is where we work, your favourite pay-by-view station, thank you very much. You ask for something, and it shows up. Ask for something, and it's there. This may be just a celebrity perspective. But you ask for something, and they just turn up. You see, I've got some effects right here. I said, scene chat shows, don't want to make it a wacky show. I just want some things that kind of subliminally tip the wink to all the audience that I know that they know how it's going, OK? They are basically physical realisations of sounds most of us hear in our heads every day. During interviews, the stars, they don't notice this sort of stuff. Whoever we're, they don't, but you and I will be in it. Number one, if Anthony Burgess,
yeah.
you did A Clockwork Orange in that phony baloney review. Anthony Burgess, when he was doing A Clockwork Orange, whatever, he comes on here, he's plugging it, he can get a little dense. And this sound effect here, I'll just trigger off whenever he launches into, or he or anyone else, launches into some impenetrable anecdote. You may hear this, right? So it's... Sure. Later, right? Okay, this one means, oh, Jesus, I think I just mentioned the woman he used to be married to. And how about the lie detector? Listen out for this because this'll Steve will give it some just a little. Every now and then, the lie detector. For instance, this could be played after I'm with I don't know, I'm with Tom Hanks. And I say, Tom, saw your new movie yesterday, and frankly, I loved it. Just broke in and helped themselves. Tonight on the show, on the big show tonight, Phil Daniels, amongst my top 3 favourite actors. I'd say Mr. Phil Daniels is coming right out here. Sure, Phil Daniels. The editor of Q magazine, my long-time erstwhile friend, Mr. Danny Kelly, a Portland man in rock and roll. The excellent but sidelined for the moment Barry Bethel, plus a couple of guys who I suppose you could say are the very backbone of BBC special effects over the years. There's going to be heaps of hoopla with those two showing off later on. Janet, give us either the trains or the riverbanks, just for a second. The trains, and drinking. Now, I don't know if anniversary is the right word for what's happened today, but today is this very one, right now, these hours, and it's not midnight. You wouldn't let, oh no, they're not going to let that go. This, right now, is the 2nd anniversary of the invasion of Kuwait and the entire Desert Storm circus becoming ugly. 2 years ago, this day, Saddam crossed the border and set rolling the whole ball of wax. At least this is the first day he thought about doing it. So this is the anniversary, you know. Now, we weren't planning to make such a fuss about this until last week when something came up that sent everybody in our office, where we were busy throwing playing cards into top hats. It set us grabbing for cameras and heading towards London's busy West End. The rumour itself seemed unlikely, almost too good to be true, but if there was a shred of truth in it, it wasn't to be missed. Didn't quite turn out that way, but off we went. And Janet, can we show the people here, the good folks, our Gulf War surprise? Can we just see this? You know, when one of our researchers came into the office the other day in a high state of excitement, we knew it had to be something pretty big, but we didn't know how big it was until he laid it upon us. His name's Jack, by the way, and Jack said, I've just come from Mayfair, and there's a shop there, a very high quality carpet shop, that's selling rugs that commemorate the outbreak of the Gulf War. And we said, let's get this straight, Jack. They're selling rugs commemorating the Gulf War. Absolutely, he said. There's all types. You can get rugs celebrating the actual invasion of Kuwait, some rugs with Operation Desert Storm on them, even some rugs, he said, with Saddam's moustache. So we said, well, we'd like to see those, and wouldn't you like to see those? So, are you selling many of these?
Yeah, quite a lot actually. That's what we're doing the same.
Really? How long have these been on sale?
They've been on sale for about, I'd say about 2 years.
2 years? So they were ready like at the outbreak of the war?
No, it's got nothing to do with the Gulf War really. I'm sorry, they're Afghan war rugs. They're not.
It's an Afghan war rug?
It's an Afghan war rug.
It's not a Gulf War
It's
rug?
not a Gulf War rug.
It's not a Gulf War, this is an Afghan war rug.
There's a sign outside saying got Afghan war rug.
That's been on all the time?
Yeah.
Ah.
It has.
Afghan war rug.
Past 1.5 years, yeah.
Sure. How are things in the carpet trade at the moment anyway?
Yeah,
generally?
very bad. Yeah, very bad.
If there ever is a Gulf War one, you'd sell it?
We probably would. If they started making them, we probably would, yeah.
This is the place to come.
This is the place to go.
We'll be back. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
You go with the carpet. You bet. Ta-ta.
Okay. Cheers.
Oh, what a missed opportunity. Hey, kids with a college education, would you please say hello to our researcher, Jack, just over there. Jack, could you stand and say hello to the folks? There he is. Goddamn liar! Boy, we were excited when that happened. Yeah, okay, it could happen to anyone. All war is hell. Sadly, all war is not carpeted at a price so low, we're practically giving it away. And the real awful part about his lie is that between the time that Jack the liar told us of these moustached rugs and the dreaded moment of disillusion for us, we in our office, we had the most fun imaginable coming up with other household items that might complement a Gulf War anniversary carpet. Sure, we sat around, didn't we, hooting and a-hollering, competitive edge comedy. We were smoking. Oh boy, we were comedy brains on it. What else could go with a Gulf War rug? Smoking so strong that, hey, we actually commissioned up and had made, at license fee prices, thank you very much, a whole bunch of hilarious items that might go with a Gulf War anniversary rug. Thank you very much. I have them right here. But what is the point of showing you people now? Boy,
Dan, I want to see them.
You'd think we're nuts. If I got out a few things that we had made, because they don't make any sense anymore. Yeah?
I want to see them.
You want to see them?
Yeah, I want to see them.
Sure, no, Mark. You're in the band. You know, comedy has to be rooted in truth.
Danny.
Or else I find...
Danny.
Sure, Steve.
I'd like to see him as well, please.
Hey, nice job with the line, Steve. Hey, Steve, after the show, I mean, these people don't want to wait any longer. They want people... I mean, you people don't want to... You wouldn't want to see what we... Oh, hey, nice job with the line, Steve. I think we pitched it across to them. Okay, so there's a couple. So if there were such a thing as a Gulf War rug, you may, around your house, then have room, perhaps, for the Gulf War lighter. It's like any other lighter, except, see this little flame here? It burns for 2 years until extinguished by an international team of rescuers. Thank you very much. Thank you very much indeed. That's just. And what is the point of, having a night like this if you can't bring home from a good war and show off on primetime television what the guys brought home? My husband fought in Kuwait, and all I got was this lousy veil. Thank you very much indeed. We commissioned, at license, like hundreds of these, because it was going to go with the Gulf War rug, wasn't it, Jack? Last one. If you need to celebrate the big occasion, folks, what can you do given the Middle East policy on these things? But you might want to see some bubbly in to see that anniversary, so try a drop of this. It's I can't believe it's not whiskey. There it is. Thank you very much. Just a few more through the show. Is it midnight? No. No, sure. We mustn't miss this. Don't let the kids miss this. We've got a big thing planned, wherever we are. Okay, our first guest this evening is perhaps the most read and respected man in the country. At least his minions are. He's responsible for having his finger on the counterculture pulse. And the rock community is today. He started as a railman, but then he went on to edit, not just work on, but edit the NME when that was influential. He then gave that up and went on to work for perhaps Britain's most humorous and certainly its rockiest magazine. Please welcome the editor of Q, Mr. Danny Kelly, right here. Hey. See a little bit of hijinks there?
They applaud now. Wait till they find out I'm only here because Wendy Richards finked out.
Sure, Wendy Richards finked out. Dan, have you ever been burgled?
Yes, I have. Yeah. I once lived above a factory in Islington, and the door to our flat, which was separate, 3 flights of stairs, into our door, was broken 3 times in a month. And the police came round, nothing was taken. So I presumed it was YTS burglars, just learning the jemmying.
Just nothing was taken, yeah?
No.
You began as a railway worker,
yeah?
Yep.
I had the worst job in Britain. People always do that joke, what's the worst job in Britain? People need to know that I worked on the complaints counter at London Victoria for 2 years. So when people talk to me now about pressure, you've got to be very pressurised, you've got to get Michael Jackson, you've got to get the thing out on time. Pressure,
when you get these letters saying, let's have more Mark E. Smith interviews.
No, it's not the same as 12 hours a day unarmed combat with the public, no.
Yeah.
It's not.
So where was the bridge, though, between a rail thing and getting a job on the NME? How did you do that?
I didn't, it became, I was just sucked on, but I had my first celebrity moment on British Rail. I used to work in a thing at night called a control point at Victoria, which was operating those Solari indicators that tell you why the trains are late and doing announcing onto the station,
Did you actually do the announcing?
We apologise for the late arrival of the train on platform 17. Of course I did. That's how you do it. And we apologise for any inconvenience that may have been caused.
You did? Yeah,
oh,
that
absolutely.
voice.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
And this was way up in the gods, 90 foot above the station. You could see everything. And one day the trains were going terribly badly. And in particular, there's a place called Uckfield in Sussex, which has a single line working down. So things are going badly. It's just an appalling place to live. And 9 o'clock went by, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, not one train that direction for the passengers.
Was this Uckfield?
Uckfield in Sussex. Not one train for the passengers in that direction. And I'm up in the gods, and it's quite a climb. You've got to go up a little ladder, a metal ladder, and all the rest of it to get up there. And the whole station is in uproar. The telexes, let's tell you how long ago it was, the telexes are going wild, the phones are ringing, the computerised trains are whizzing in and out. Nothing's happening for Uckfield. Next thing is this voice behind me. I represent the passengers on platform 17. Bing! Uckfield platform.
No.
Yeah. So I do what any self-respecting railway clerk would do. I completely ignored him and pretended on the phone. I represent the passengers on platform 17. So I thought, blimey, I know that voice. I turned round and it's Desmond Lynam. He has elected himself celebrity. And I tell him, I'm completely covered in rolls of fax or telex machine. They've got phones coming out of both ears. And I say, you'll have to leave now. It does not help what you're doing. You must go now, or I will get the transport police. And he goes, yeah, right. I represent the passenger. Boom! Next thing onto the phone. Last I saw of Desmond, carried away 2 burly coppers. I saw him last month. He came along and did the company I work for, their editorial awards. I sort of shook hands with him rather sheepishly, but luckily he didn't seem to remember being arrested. He hasn't been arrested since.
So that was your first brush with celebrities.
Yeah.
You went on into the rock press. You became editor of the NME.
Yep.
Hey, I want some stories on the road. Who can you fess up about? Who have you got?
I guess the most sort of comedy moment I had, I went to do Bob Geldof, just post Live Aid and all that. And he was a big deal. Go to his house in Cheney Walk, Chelsea, and he says, come in, real conspiratorial. I said, what's the matter? He says, the wife finds you here, I'm dead. He says, she hates the enemy, you've always written horrible things about me. We must do this before she gets back from the shopping. Paulie Yates. We must do this before she'll go bloody mental. Sit down, we do the interview. He's very engaging, hugely charismatic, all the rest of it. Next thing, get ready with the cart that goes, Next thing, the car pulls up outside the house, and Bob Geldof says to me, you'll have to hide. So they've got this kind of Chinese motif in their living room, and there's a big screen. He says, go behind the screen. I said, is Robin Nedwell going to come here? No, so I literally, you do what when Bob Geldof speaks, you move. Yeah. In behind the screen, in she comes, Sainsbury's bags under both arms. Hello, darling, big kiss, how's it going? Oh, going fine, love, going fine. She goes off down to the kitchen, shopping away. He hustles me out the front door.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I don't say wow in that kind of, but I've never heard you tell that story.
No, that's right. I only got very few, but I'm saving that one for you.
Ladies and gentlemen, ad-libbing his way through a very testy time, standing in for a million soap opera actresses, my friend Mr. Danny Kelly right here. Yeah, you bet. Thanks, Dan. Hey! Hey! When did this arrive? That's... Hey, you wearing my shirt? Hey. Just for a second there. Hey kids, this show isn't just about the juicy fruits right at the top of the show business tree. It's about those who also entertain. An essential pool of talent from whom true recognition is always just a heartbeat away. We want to get some people up here who you may see day in, day out, but think, who he? Who she? Who that? Tonight we're going to celebrate Mr. Barry Bethel. Here he is.
I can't believe I was that fat. Me, Barry Bethel. But that was 3 months ago before I lost 33 pounds on the Slim Fast plan. It's easy with Slim Fast. You have a delicious, nutritious shake for breakfast, one for lunch, and a proper dinner. 33 pounds gone. And with Slim Fast, you lose weight from the very first week. You'll see.
Give Slim Fast a week. See the weight come off.
Ladies and gentlemen, the real Mr. Barry Bethel. Oh, yeah. Just a little product placement, by the way, folks. Yeah. By the way, I don't need this.
Don't you?
No, if I want to lose fat, I'll just leave it in my dressing room. Thank you very much.
Actually, if you did lose any weight, you wouldn't need all those clothes that you had on in there. Mm-hmm. It'd be too big for you.
Hey, you want to get to ad-libbing with me?
Oh, sorry.
Who are you, Barry? Barry, who the hell are you?
Yeah, I'm Barry Bethel. There's a...
Oh, come on with the shtick already.
Sorry.
You're Barry Bethel, but who the hell are you?
I'm a radio DJ. I'm a radio presenter. I'm on Invicta Radio in Kent.
Oh, got you on Invicta, because,
Yes.
you know, a lot of people thought... Did it used to say DJ and they changed it to radio presenter? Is
Yeah,
that
they did, yeah.
Why?
Yeah, I think that was because, actually, it was somebody from the BBC phoned in. I think it was Simon Mayo phoned in and said that they're no longer called DJs, we're called radio presenters.
Yeah.
It wasn't me, honestly. I'm a DJ, I play records.
Sure, me too.
Yeah.
Listen, do people give you a hard time if they see you out with a cake or a half a lager, say...
Yeah, I do get a bit of that. But I know I'm plugging the product, but honestly, on this particular product, you can still eat the things that you really do enjoy.
Oh, shut up.
That's true.
You know,
Close to-
hey.
Sorry.
Come and take a look at some soap powder I got over here. Hey. And we're all going straight to hell. Thank you very much indeed.
What about the Mars bars?
Barry, yeah, I'm a TV pro. I leave a beat for that edit. Barry, thanks for joining us tonight. The campaign continues.
It does indeed, yes. I'm just about to start a nationwide tour.
I sure think so. And the job offers have come in since the campaign?
Loads of them.
Well, we've not got you here in any peculiar light. We just wanted to bring you some light and say it's not just an actor on the edge. There really is a Barry Bethel. He's been ruled out of my clothes inquiry, by the way. And, before you go... Before he goes, we wanted to send you away, Barry, with a little something that makes you remember the show fondly, something that makes you think, yeah, sure, nice guys over there, because I know a lot of people who have an attitude towards what we do. And we thought, what can we do? And we kicked it around in the office, and we figured what Barry would love to see is a bunch of fat guys waving to him. So if you just... yeah, they are. There they go. Thank you, Barry Bethel, ladies and gentlemen. Just four great big fat guys waving to him. Hey, this makes me look chubby. Itself, it was a wonderful piece of footage. They were just guys we picked up in a market someplace. They did all kind of shenanigans for us. We told them it was only for a few seconds. But I think that was a delicious piece of footage in its own right, especially the guy next to the end. Maybe the audience here, if you've seen the other footage we've got on offer. You know, when you've got my accent, you don't put THs in places they're not supposed to go. Offer. We've got the others on offer, and we figured you in the audience right here in the studio could do the old-fashioned way. You'll see the clips, give us a bit of applause, and we'll pick a winner on the night. Thank you very much. OK, clip number one. Janet, do you have clip number one? Who wants to applaud for this? Anybody? OK, and clip number two? Yeah. Hey. And so perish all burglars. Clip number three. Yo! you know I thought so? Carnage. An audience baying for raw meat. Hey, wasn't there a hat stand here a moment ago? Wasn't that one of my let's celebrate the end of the Gulf War props, the stealth hat stand? And wasn't it full of stealth hats? I don't know if you know, but I'm wearing one right now. Thank you very much. The second guest tonight, if you don't count Barry Bethel, the second guest tonight is the excellent actor and all-round virtual human being in his own right, Mr. Phil Daniels. Oh yeah, right here. Phil, you wanted to be a rock and roll star, or certainly would like to have lent that way. Rock and roll or football, is it with you?
Well, I mean, I suppose both of them really, but I wasn't good enough footballer, and...
Were you ever in a band?
I was in a band called Renoir.
Oh, right.
And...
Well, how did you... I've always
well, it
fascinated...
wasn't me, it was the keyboards player called us Renoir. The drummer went mad, but...
Yeah. And what kind of band were they?
We were sort of progressive, I think, you know.
Like Yes or Genesis, something like that?
A bit like that, but we couldn't play that good, so it all sort of...
Complicated music?
Yeah, it all went to pieces.
You thought you were Isotope, didn't you?
Well, yeah, we used to... I mean, we did most of it in a basement, miles away from anybody, just doing our own thing, really.
Didn't play any gigs?
I think we got 2 gigs. You know.
Where?
I think we did the King's Head.
You know you did the King's Head.
Yeah.
You know you did. Yeah, and died the death.
And I think we did the Marquee as well.
So did you fall into acting, or was it just that was running?
Well, I was doing that as well. Yeah.
What kind of acting was that then?
Well, it was whatever I could get my hands on, really.
You weren't. You're not a product of the Children's Film Foundation, or? Like...
I did do a Children's Film Foundation film a long time ago.
It's sorry, Phil. Later, hey, kids. We'll come straight back to this. It's Sunday. Sir, could you come back? We're very privileged this evening. We've got, we happen to have Billy Joel with us. What was the Children's Film Foundation film you did?
Oh, it was called A Noop and the Elephant.
Uh-huh.
And it was... It was all about these kids at camp just running around and this elephant going wild.
They all are.
Yeah.
They all are, the children's film. Any money in those?
I can't remember, really. I suppose I think I made 16 quid.
Oh, yeah? And so how old were you then?
12.
Right, yeah. Who this is a dumb question, but it's got to be asked, because I feel particularly your performance in Meantime was like, I wouldn't go into acting because I couldn't be like that. That was some of the best stuff I've ever seen, I mean that. So who are your idols?
Well, it's difficult. I like Jonathan Pryce.
Yeah.
Carlos Santana, you know.
Oh, yeah? Oh, you never quite lost the rock and roll bugger.
No.
Yeah, right. Do you find, as I did, certainly to a certain extent, although you can't keep whinging about it, that the accent, people think, oh, yeah, Yobbo. He's good. Get Daniels, he's the Yobbo.
Well, you get a bit of that, but I mean, obviously, you get a lot of work doing that as well.
Yeah? A lot of work?
Well, yeah, you do.
Cul-de-sac, though, isn't it? A cul-de-sac.
Well, obviously, and that's why, in a way, you've got to try and do other things. I mean, branch out. You've got to say no to some jobs. You know.
Sure. Do you have problems with any accents? Are you good on accents?
I'm not great on them. I'm not bad on them. I mean, I'm playing an American at the moment in
That must be
Carousel.
the toughest, isn't it, Americans? Cause...
It's not so bad if you're from, you know, Boston or somewhere like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's all right.
If you're actually from Boston, you find you can get...
Yeah. It's easy.
Oh, boy. You know, when I took the chat show gig, I said, as soon as I ask a dumb question, you fire me. What's your heart of darkness here? I mean, like the good kids and the jugglers who just went across there, sure, sooner or later they may say, hey, once I was a tumbler in a thing. Have you got one job that you actually think back on and say, you know, I was stuck in there? Did you ever do a small kid? Did you ever dress up as a Care Bear or anything like that? Have you ever done any of those gigs?
No, I did an advert once where I...
Oh, nothing wrong with that.
Well, I had to dress up as a wolf for bacon.
Oh, yeah?
No,
You?
that was me. No bacon, no dinner.
hey, you know what I did? If you know what's good for you. Oh, yeah.
All right.
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
you
yeah.
bet. Nice job. You bet, the advert's job. Again, we're being shoved on because the show is hoiked by people selling Nesquik or whatever it is. So we've got to move on. Hey, Barry, how you doing? In the meantime, I want to thank you personally, and I mean this for all of your canon, but particularly for Meantime, which I think is a fantastic film and an absolutely incredible performance. Would you say one line from it, which I really enjoyed? I just had a really horrible hamburger, you said, and I love that line. Please, Mr. Phil Daniels, just do it for us. Go on.
I just had a really horrible hamburger.
Oh, there's a thespian, Mr. Phil Daniels, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. Phil Daniels, and it is tough. You can hear yourself in the third person saying, wow, I've heard chat show hosts saying this, but there are very few. What did the Americans come on? They won't get that. But Phil Daniels is a fantastic actor, and I love him to bits. Just about to say my next guest is. Just about to say my next guest is. Hello?
Hello, Dan.
Yep.
My name's Claire from Ipswich.
Sure, Claire. What can I do for you?
I want to play the Godfather game.
Not the most convenient time to play the Godfather game, Claire, right now.
I knew it. Chicken.
Chicken? OK. Folks, I don't know if you know this about me, but I'm the originator, founder, and never-been-beaten player of the Godfather game. You have to alternatively name characters out of the Godfather till one of you dries up or hesitates. Every now and then one of these punks out there, they get fresh, they want to take me on. This won't take long. Claire, shall I start?
Sure.
Don Fanucci.
Fredo.
Luca Brazzi.
Sonny.
Tessio.
Bruno Tattaglia.
Mo Green.
Hyman Roth.
Diane Keaton as Kay.
Michael Corleone.
Alboretti.
Don Bazzini.
Frankie Pentangeli.
Johnny Fontaine.
Don Tomasino.
Johnny Ola.
Willie Chichi.
Fabrizio.
Old Man Clemenza. Oh, I'm sorry, Claire. Nice try. OK, some other time, perhaps. That was clear. It wasn't entirely fair because there is no such character as Alboretti. I just wanted to see how good she really was. Next guest tonight, you can probably see the paraphernalia. Hello.
Hi, Dan. My name's Ray, and I'm calling from Paynton.
What can I do for you, Ray?
I'd like to play the obscure failed rock bands game, Dan.
You see, as well as the Godfather game, I also invented the obscure failed rock bands game. It's exactly the same deal, but instead of Godfather characters... Well, shall I start, Ray?
Yeah, sure.
Gentle Giant.
Curved Air.
Fat Mattress.
Toe Fat.
Frupp.
Sam Apple Pie.
Principal Edward's Magic Theatre.
Nazareth.
Nazareth? Obscure? Are we allowing Nazareth? OK, apparently we're allowing Nazareth. Spontaneous Combustion.
Bellenard.
Stackwaddy.
Faust.
Greenslade.
Snafu.
Quintessence.
Stray.
Pato.
Tucky Buzzard.
Burke Shelley's Budgie. Hello, Ray? Ray? Hello, Ray?
Hello? This is Ray's mother. Ray's had an accident. I'm afraid you just literally blew him away. I'd better go now.
OK, I'm sorry about the... thanks for calling, and tell him Snafu was a real good one. By the way, Budgie, one of the few bands fronted by a man called Burke. Now, our next guest tonight... Yeah, right. Hello? Who's there? Hello? Who's that?
Is that the presenter?
Yeah, this is the presenter.
I've been watching you.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, and I know that you in that audience,
Sure.
you're in there. All alone.
Hello? Hey, what do you know? A threatening call. And I know Clive Anderson's voice when I hear it. Lastly this evening, we want you to meet two men whose work... Hey, sit on the clowns round there, will you? Did you hear that? A little hooter. Lastly this evening, two men whose work you may have admired for many decades, but perhaps didn't realise the craft involved in it. They created the trailblazing effects for such shows as Quatermass, Some Mothers Do Have 'Em, and most mightily, Doctor Who. Please say hello to Bernard Wilkie and Jack Kine, right over here. Yeah, you bet. Hey, break it up, fellas, I'm here. Jack there, Bernard right here. Pretty much right in saying those are your most major works, some others, certainly Doctor Who.
Indeed.
Yeah? Now, you come from an age when it was make, do and mend with props, right?
Drawing pins, rubber bands.
Sure. Well, what have you got? What can you show us of some of the more primitive?
Your hand up.
Oh, I love this one. This is always a favourite, folks at home. That's the old. Oh, come on! Oh, where have you been under? Some people have been living under a rock. What would Jurassic Park do to people like that? Oh. and this. Oh, wow! This is some effect. What's this?
I think I've just broken it.
Oh, you just broken that one. now go. Ah.
Yes.
It's been in the BBC like 100 years. Sorry, what?
As old as me.
Well, oh, this is a good one.
Yes, exactly. These are the knives we used to make to kill people without hurting them.
Did you physically have to make these, or did you just?
No, we had to physically make them.
But you are the guys who did it. You didn't order them up from props like we do these days.
No.
I think this came from home.
Hey, how's this for you? Oh, queasy one.
Also,
the house bricks?
House bricks, yes.
Oh, no.
Put your hand between those two.
No, that's a real brick, Bernard.
Found out.
Dan, they make these things to last, don't you? Did you always make them just as like this?
That was the copy, yes.
Sure.
Yes.
And they came in two sizes, did they?
It had a sign on the side which said, "Don't use this."
Don't. Why would it be around? Why take that risk? By the way, don't leave any of this stuff in the dressing rooms. What is this?
A poker, lightweight for banging people over the head.
Again, Bernard, that's a real poker. This is fake. This real. Now this, I saw you working out with this earlier on. This is ladies and gentlemen, we don't want to ruin your illusions. We don't want to let daylight in upon magic. But this right here is. Well, you tell us what effect it was.
One always thinks of arrows being fired on bits of string.
Sure, and they go right into
Yes.
people.
What you do is you tie this thing round some luckless actor, and then you give him a bit of string which he has to pull himself down by his flies, and you do that.
You guys are some kind of miracle workers.
You should work a lot faster
Some kind of nut.
Now a piece. I'm from the streets. I carry a piece. So
Would you like to earn yourself 7 years bad luck by shooting the mirror? I hand it to you the right way round.
Doing?
Just bang at the mirror.
Fire
See
at
how
the
you
mirror.
get on. The bar is moving about. I thought it was me at first.
So right. So okay, folks. Here's the little mise en scene. I have returned to my dressing room early to discover, and I've got my piece on me. So I break in. I say, "Hey, hey, hey! You want to? No, not yet." Oh, well, all right. So we just.
Can you reload?
So I'm getting into the character. See, it's Danny Baker as Charles Bronson, and I get in and I say, "Hey, so you want shirts? I'll give you shirts." Wow! Extraordinary piece of.
It was out of that
into there.
Yes.
I actually commit. I get you.
Yeah. What you have, you see, it's quite straightforward. There's a little old rat trap, and you just go like that.
Sure. Yeah. Jack, did you ever come unstuck with this stuff? You know, like this.
Oh, all the time, old boy.
Yeah. Like sound effects coming in before you've even pointed the thing.
Well, that happened. The guy that got shot when they clapped hands and it went off before the show.
What do you mean?
20. Well, we used sonic switches. It took 20 minutes to rig the actor up in the vest. And when you fired the gun, of course, each noise made the sonic switch.
Oh, I've got you.
Sure. Right. So we get the guy rigged up 20 minutes, and the stage manager said, "Right, quiet the studio."
Oh, yeah.
Back on.
You're right. Let's just run through some of the Hardy annuals, which I know and love, and just because I've got my own show now, I can take part in this stuff. We've got what is this bottle made out of?
Oh, these are made out. We had to make these out of wax.
Oh, sure, wax. Well, come on, let's do the wax bottle bit, because this is always worth seeing.
We didn't have any money. You see, these are present-day breakable bottles, which are beautifully made. We had to cast them in candle
wax. So go on. Hey, kids, try this at home.
On the head.
No, I'm going to do it.
On there.
Yes.
Go on.
Just there.
Yes.
Oh, I'll be standing here waiting for the...
He's going to hit me. He likes doing this.
Could it be I'm not the... You couldn't give a damn what kind of shtick I was doing over here.
I was trying to protect you.
Sure.
Another one
if you...
The old wax
we have
bottle.
another one.
Oh, no, all right, so... Again, they weren't they weren't that far removed from the real thing, were they? You know, they were slightly less impact. This afternoon, that one you mentioned, I've always figured, you know, the way they do the real gruesome ends to films. I'd like to take part in one of those, and the good gentleman here arranged it earlier on. If we've got that piece of videotape there, if we've got that, Janet, could we just show this?
Cut.
This was a lot of fun.
So this is Danny Baker as Gary Gilmore. Let's do it. So that's a delicious shake in the mornings, another at lunch, and something else.
Oh yeah. And this? What would this be? What is this?
Yes, that's Aladdin's lamp, and it's very
Yeah, right, I know it's
cleverly
Aladdin's lamp, but
made.
what's the deal with it?
Yes, I couldn't quite... You're sure? Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. There's a little thing in there with a battery and a little smoke pellet.
You got it?
And when you rub it like this, you see there's a knob on the side, and you just press that.
And it would ignite that, and
Yes,
so
and it can ignite your phone as well, I've discovered. So you hold
so
it
like,
out like
if you're a wee runty guy, you can say, "Hey, make me 7 feet tall, so my wife does not have to tower over me photographs." This would be the way forward,
that
yeah?
would do it. That would be a start.
Primitive, but it worked, yeah.
Oh yes, every time.
Plunger.
Another weapon. Never killed anybody, although we exterminated the world. Right arm of a Dalek.
And
Exterminate.
You see, everyone's saying, "Oh yeah, that's the old gag about Daleks," but you fellas actually made the Daleks,
Yes,
yeah?
yes.
We made them,
And you
yes,
really
they
did
were
use plungers.
designed
That's the
by-
thing, the very thing.
It really was a plunger.
Yep.
Uh-huh. And Jack, I know because you were telling us earlier on, but you said about the actress who you rather put your foot in it, didn't you? There.
Well, we had an actress. We were doing 1984, and the machine was called a pawn right.
Uh-huh.
And the idea was it went wrong as she was working it.
Uh-huh.
And she had to act her hands creeping in and getting badly mangled.
Sure.
And she was a jolly good actress. And she went into the machine, it was rocking away, and she started to scream, and I panicked, fled out, came round and said, "Are you all right?" And she said through the side of her mouth, "Piss off, I'm acting."
Isn't that... by the way,
very nice lady.
I wasn't going to do this, but you saw the thing of me getting shot earlier on. Bernard, just come around this side. You know the thing that this woman over there found all too much? This. They can backfire, and when we worked it out earlier on, ladies and gentlemen, the ex-trousers of Bernard here. Thank you very much. He sacrificed these on the altar of blooddom. Could we just once more with that, Janet? Have we got it up and coming?
In slow motion.
Oh right. Get on the show.
Yes.
Here we go. Yeah. Yeah. Look. Damned effective. That would be an amazing effect if we hadn't already seen it every day on Pebble Mill. Thank you. In the meantime, Jack and Bernard, thanks for bringing your skills. There are no other phone calls planned. There are no other phone calls planned. All right. Hello. What? No. This is something the amusing backstage team have worked out. Whoa! Solid gold entertainment, isn't it, ladies and gentlemen? Jack and Bernard, in the meantime, please give it up. Is that what he was doing? Is that what he was doing? I saw the fella, and you must have all seen the fella down there, and I didn't see him at rehearsal down there like that. I thought he was stealing their shoes. Hey, you remember the days of ducks up the wall? Then why not celebrate the anniversary with the fleeing, flying, elite Republican Guard up the wall? There it is. Thank you. God, I love television, and that's just about it from this bag of fun here in the Treehouse or BBC Colour Television. I believe we could have kept you folks entertained clear into Monday. But in the meantime, just one more time for the old clip we started the show with. Ladies and gentlemen, solid gold entertainment. 2 trains crashing. Hey. You wearing my shirt? There it is, yeah. No. Our floor manager clapped. The audience decided as one body to go against that decision. That's okay. Before we finally lope off the airways and, hey, haven't we packed this one? Please welcome back our very dear friend Suggs right over here with an even older song, Suggs and the Railtown Bottlers, yeah.
If I didn't care more than words can say. If I didn't care, would I feel this way? I doubt it. If this isn't love, then why do I thrill for nothing? And what makes my head go round and round while my heart stands still? If I didn't care, would it be the same? Would my every prayer begin and end with just your name? Why am I worried? And would I be sure that this is love beyond compare? Would all this be true if I didn't care for you? I ask you, if I didn't care, honey child, what? What? If I didn't care, would I feel this way? If this isn't love, Danny, then why, oh why do I thrill so much? And what is it that makes my poor little pea-brained head go round and round and round while my huge heart had just stand still so much? If I didn't care, would it be the same? I don't need this bloke here, you know, he's there 'cause he has to be. If I didn't care, no, I do. And would I be sure that this is love beyond compare? Would all this be true if I didn't care for you? People.
Shot there. Oh, come on, no, right, yeah. Well, what a long, crazy trip it's been. My thanks this evening to Suggs, right here on the inaugural, not to say first and premiere after all, Phil Daniels, Danny Kelly, Barry Bethel, Bernard Wilkie and Jack Kine. We brought you the Disney list, and the #1 thing, by the way, overheard at Euro Disney last week was, I'm sorry, Mr. Joel, you've got to be this big to go on Thunder Mountain. We'll be back next week with Tom Waits, who's going to be joining us in the studio next week. Harry Enfield, in the meantime, to the Railtown Bottlers, and thanks for dialing us up on your TV sets there. We'll be with you again next week on After All, after midnight, and it's the only talk show possibly in the world where everyone is armed. I'll see you soon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much indeed. Hey, kids. And that's it.